Hi, this is part 2 to do the envelope mini flip album. And I went ahead and I got a lot of my patterning done so that you didn't have to watch all of it. But I did forget to mention what I was using to round those corners on the tags was an EK Success 1/2 inch punch. And this comes in a set of 2. I actually found them at Walmart. 1 inch and 1/2 inch corner chompers, and they're just awesome. So if you see them, grab them. Love them. I've broke so many of them before, so I just wanted to mention that if you guys had any questions about it. So what we're going to do, we've got all of our envelopes. I've already done 4 of them, and we're going to start out now on the front. It's going to be, the envelope's going to actually be upside down, and when it flips up, then that top page is going to have the flap. So you've got to do it in the right order. So it would be this way up on this page, and then you flip it over, and then this way up. So they're going opposite directions when you lay them down. So don't pattern them flipping them like this. Pattern them flipping like this. So, if that makes sense. So our first page is going to be, might save you a little bit of time in some of your paper. That's a common mistake that a lot of people make. I've been known to put stuff up on upside down. I even did it in one of my hat tutorials. So this is right up on the edge. We've just got this skinny, chic little band of black trimming out this pretty paper. So lovely. And then we're going to flip it over. Like I said, I only have 4 of these to glue down because I did all of them during the last break. All the rest of them. So I'm going to put this up here. And that will go on here. Okay. So that goes like that. And then this one will go on there like that. Right side up. Most of this paper is non-directional for the most part, so you don't have to worry about. But a few pages like this, this one is. So here's our last piece. And using a nice thick cardstock like the Recollections, and then using Die Cuts with a View, which usually has some fairly thick paper, thick cardstock to their pattern paper. You add all of these together and then you put tags inside, and these pages are really sturdy. They will definitely stand up to people flipping through them. If you wanted to put them out on your counter, even children flipping through them. This is not a delicate album, I guess is what I'm saying. So here's how our album is looking. I will just go ahead and flip through, and this is the orientation that you will get. You've got this cute red grid. And here's love, celebrate, happy, laugh, hope, sweet, all of that. And then you've got a zigzag, chevron, yellow. And then this one's got some foils in it, some red foil in a daisy pattern on gray. And then this is a pretty little circle and diamond shape. And again with the floral. Let's see if you can get that. So pretty. Definitely my favorite page. And then they just kind of repeat because remember we got 4 cuts out of each one. So we got 2 pages and 2 tags. So that's how our book looks. Now we need to punch our holes, our finger pulls. And I purposefully did that after we did our pattern paper on here. That way you can punch them all at the same time and they line up. Now this one has, if you can see, it's got this little arrow. So it tells you where the center is so that I can get a half circle. So that tells me how deep to go. And then I just kind of eyeball it in the center. It's okay. Often I'm off, but it's not really that big of a deal. It is definitely not the end of the world. Whoop, whoop. Oh, and this one does not want to punch through all of that cardstock. It's a little too meaty for this punch. Yeah, I think it's gonna. This is one of the Paper Studios, and it's not biting. It's trying to go through 2 layers of cardstock plus the pattern paper, and that is okay. So there's one. That might take a little bit of work. So there's that. So if we were to put in some of our pattern paper, for example, let's say we're going to add in some of these tags, and those would slide right in there, just like that. Oh, and I made a mark on the top of that. Well, it looks like I might have to cover that with pattern paper now. Anywho, so that's how that goes in there. I'm not going to do all of these because obviously that's a tough one to get through, and I'm going to have to really put my arm into it. So what we can do now is use our cinch, or if you have what's the other one called? The Bind It All. That would work as well. And if you don't have either one of these, you can use your Crop-A-Dile and punch holes, and use key rings. You can use ribbon. You could use a regular hole punch. I don't know about going through chipboard with a regular hole punch. You might get a blister on that one. But you could, as far as making your holes, whatever you have. I'm sure you could make it work, and as far as what to tie it up with and to bind it all together, there's lots of options out there. I am going to use the O-wire, and this is the 3/4 inch. Now the Bind It All and the cinch wires fit both machines, so buy whatever's more affordable and easier to find for you. This is a 3/4 inch, and I need 9 holes. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to cut. The Timmy scissors go through these. The Tim Holtz scissors go through this stuff. Oop. Spoke too soon. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. Alright, and I already have my measurements, and I always do a test piece like this. These are my covers, and they are 5.5 inches wide, and I knew I needed 6 holes. I always test it on this is my page. So I find out exactly how many holes I can get across here, and that was 9. And so I make sure that even though I can fit more than 9 holes on my cover, I don't want to go more than that. Let's see here. Does that line up with... Does that line up with that? Okay, so I'm going to take this off. I want to make sure. I want to double check this really quick. I'm not sure if I got it on the edge. Got my 9 holes. I want to make sure these are centered. And they are. And they are. Okay, so where I'm going to start this one is at 0. I want my bar down here. You can see this. I want this at 0. I want to push it all the way in. I've got 9 and my width is 5. So I'm going to make sure that I am not on this side. Don't punch your holes through the top of the envelope. So you got to slide those all the way in. I have the first 9 engaged, and I'm going to punch through. And there's our holes. Easy breezy. And so again, just make sure you're not punching through. Probably a good idea to just fold those out. Get it all the way back in there. Punch it down. And one more. All right. And so there's those. And now we want to do our covers, but first we have to put on our paper, because you'll never match up the paper at a later time. Okay, so this is our cover, and I want to glue this down. If you punch the holes, I was unclear on that last part. If you punch the holes on the paper and then you punch the holes on the chipboard and then you try to marry them up, odds are not good that it's going to look right. It's going to be next to impossible to line those up. It's far more work than it's worth. I scoot that down just a smidge. What a cute cover. This is going to be really adorable. Great paper. Yeah, that record player. I'm thinking maybe a little bit of glossy accents on that record would be quite cute. Maybe a flower. So we got some foil up here and down here on the heart. Maybe add another ticket and pop it up. Flower up around here, some glossy. Maybe put on some real washi tape right there. So there's our front cover, and this will be, let's see, I'm going to do this as our inside cover. And the inside covers, these are not wraparound. These are not wraparound covers, but they could be. The Halloween album, I did cover it. I wrapped it with black. Ooh, is that right? Uh-oh. No, it is not right. Whoa. I was putting that on upside down because this goes here, and so I need that is right side up. Woof. Try that one more time. If you're quick, you can save it. Okay. Again. So yes, the like as I was saying, I did cover the chipboard pieces on the Halloween album. So it gives it makes it just a tiny bit thicker. But it's not necessary, not when you're using black chipboard. But if you're using a natural colored chipboard, or you're using multiple layers of cereal box pieces, then you want to go ahead and wrap that with black cardstock first before you put your pattern paper on there. So this is our front cover, and it's going to flip up like that. And this will be our back inside cover. Now this one's going to be different. We're not going to flip this one up and put this one like this, because you're going to see this from the outside. So what we're going to do is we're going to orient it to the front cover. So if that's right side up, so will that be. So that's only on that back cover. So it needs to go just like that. Make sure that's right side up. And I did not ink the edges on these because it was such a light paper. There are a few edges that got a little frayed, and it's just kind of the nature of some papers to do that. And I'm just going to go through with a ruler and a Sharpie or a felt tip pen. I usually use a felt tip pen. Just a cheap felt tip pen. You know, you can pick these up for $1 usually. And I'm just going to use the edge of my ruler to keep from going in. And this will hide any of that. So you could just, and without worrying about going over your paper. You've got the ruler to stop it. There you go. Nice and clean edges. So, that one goes like that. This one goes like that. And we've got, let's see, these are pages in order. Like that. And now we can put our book together. Okay, so on this one, for the covers, I did my sample, and I found that I need to bring this out by 1/4 of an inch. So 4 clicks. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 clicks. And we are going to slide that in. We've still got our first 9 engaged. Get it all the way back in there. And punch. And that way we went through all of our paper at the same time we went through our chipboard, and it's we don't have to worry about lining it up. Now the back cover, you need to take it as it's oriented. I'm out of camera there, but you know, the inside cover up, just like they're going to match up when we put them together in the O-ring. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this back cover. Oops, I think we can scoot this over. We're going to take this back cover. I always have to think about this before I do it. We're going to take this back cover and we're going to flip it over. Okay? And we're going to take our pieces we're going to start sliding it in. The back cover, and then the front cover. I'm probably off camera here. So we've gone through the back cover, the front cover, and we're in through the pages. And the idea is, okay, so this is our back cover. We want these bars, these stopping bars, to be right there on the back cover. See? There's our, this is the outside of the book. This is the inside, and those are the pages. So, we'll put them like that. And then, I've already got this set. You guys can't see it from this angle, and I don't know that I can do anything about that. So, I'm going to turn this upside down. And I am going to put it together. And that's pretty good. Alright, so then we can open it back up. And there's the book. So here we are. And we've got our binding on there. And we've got our front page. And we're going to flip. And we're going to flip. And like I said, I still need to do these finger pulls on here. And slide our tags in there. But this will give you the basic orientation in case you're using the layout of the pattern papers, in case you're going to make another one like this with the same paper. I don't know if that's focusing on that, but so there's our 6 pages. And there's one other thing, now that I've got this one done, this page is punched. There's one other set that I would like to show you as far as how I attached mine. I used, if I can find it. Oh, here we go. I used, a friend of mine found these in the sewing department and at the Notions wall, and they are clear Velcro mini dots. And I think this pack was like $3.99, and there are 56 sets of both, you know, the hook and eye. And what's nice is that you can use this. Let's see if I can get these. Normally I cut these apart and stick them together. So I'm going to put the white part on the top here. Oh. Uh-oh, what happened? I think, did I stick the wrong side down? I might have. Silly me. Okay, so I might have messed that one up. Okay, and so there's our Velcro. See, and look how clear this is. How neat is that? You can barely even see it. I'm really liking these, and they're not as aggressive as the Tombow ones. These can be too strong. You have to cut them down because they are really aggressive. These are not aggressive at all. They're actually a little too mellow. But they do work, because if it's just holding something simple like a flap like this, it's perfect. So that's the album. you can put your own together from there. And the only thing I have to do, other than I have to do my little pull half circles and muscle those out, add on my Velcro, and then I also have cut out a bunch of the little cut-aparts here. And look at all of these tickets, and let's see, let me bring you down. Look at how cute all these little pieces are. Little Polaroids. And all these little places, and little flags, and banners. Look at the card. So I'm going to be adding some of these in like I did on the Halloween album. And down at the bottom, and little word bubbles and whatnots here and there. I might pull out some of my dies as well. There's some stamps. The stamps are cute. Oh, they were right side up. And this cloud with the umbrella is adorable. So I'm going to find how they fit in there best, and I'm going to get those put in there. But for the most part, it's done. And let me go ahead and stand it up for you. Sorry if you guys are getting dizzy. Okay. So there she is. She is very cute. She's a little, this is showing pretty pink like a fuchsia, but it's more of a salmon color in real life. And there's the back. Super cute. And there it is. It stands up all on its own. So I hope you guys like the project. Give it a whirl, and feel free to send a video response, or you can go to my blog and comment and email me a link, or post a link to show off your projects that you've made. I'd love to highlight you on my blog. Thanks for watching. Bye.